Alright, we are on the draw in match 3 of this league with Rug Delver. This is probably a keep. We can Visions, we can Delver. Honestly, I'm hoping to draw another fetch. However, this hand has game, and that is a Lotus Bloom. 2 Lotus Blooms. Let's play a Delver of Secrets. Alright, we're off to a very, very completely 100% terrible start to this match. Ad Nauseam is not a good matchup for us. They can combo pretty consistently on turn 4. Their combo pieces also serve as a way to slow down the opponent without outright interacting with their game plan, although it doesn't work that way against Infect. That is decent. Unfortunately, we deal regular damage. Let's bottom both of these because I would love for Delvers to transform right here. Very few things could make me as happy as turning over something that transforms these Delvers right now. Mana Leak looking pretty poor, given that they have 2 Lotus Blooms. Phyrexian Unlife, nice. The opponent is curving out quite nicely. Spell Snare, okay. That's a start. That is a start. We shall deal damage. And they are going to have access to 11 mana next turn, if I did that right. 3 for this, 3 for this, 3 for these, and 2 for this. That puts the opponent at 11 mana. Mana Leak becomes absolutely useless. Spell Snare doesn't actually do anything. And Denial also kind of in that boat, as far as being useless goes. So we're hoping they don't have Ad Nauseam, or Spoils of the Vault at this point, I think. I'm pretty sure Spoils of the Vault works with Phyrexian Unlife just the same. So I think what we basically lost the games in which they have the combo piece. So we're going to play to win the games in which they don't have the combo piece. Which, to be fair, the opponent hasn't had any card selection up until this point. So it's not super likely that they found the 4 or 5 cards that just win them the game. I believe they get to just go Spoils of the Vault for Ad Nauseam. Spoils. Well, they had Ad Naus of the Vault. Ad Naus means they draw their entire deck and we're dead. We're going to take a look at their deck and then scoop. Spoils of the Vault. Exile other cards. You lose 1 life for each. Yes, it works just the same way. Spoils of the Vault also would have been just fine to find the Ad Nauseam, and then they go off. Alright, Pact of Negation, that's pretty standard. 2 Spoils of the Vault. That's at least somewhat interesting. Main deck, Lab Maniac, and Lightning Storm for both win conditions. Serum Vision, Sleight of Hand. Their card selection, Simian Spirit Guide, obviously, because everybody needs that extra bit of ramp. Angel's Grace, cool. No cards left in the library, let's scoop. We aren't beating them, and we're not going to make them play that out. That's just unnecessary. How are we going to sideboard against Ad Nauseam? Do I have a plan? I should. I probably don't, knowing me. Ad Naus. It's blank because I didn't decide yet. Look at that. EE looks way too slow. Basilisk Collar, life gain's not very relevant, and Death Touch also doesn't do much. Huntmaster's slow. Blowing up Unlife can be good. Sweepers are bad. I don't mind trying to hit them in the mana if they don't have a Lotus Bloom. We can also use our Artifact Hate to make them pull the trigger on Lotus Bloom so that Blood Moon ends up doing work. Click can theoretically be a counter. Deprive is a counter. Spreading Seas does not do much, and I don't think they have any colorless spells. So I believe it's these 6. Nux is a little slow, but it's still a clock. Removal's gonna go. Echoing Truth actually is another way to theoretically deal with a Phyrexian Unlife. Assuming they, well, with all of these, if you want to try to do it at instant speed to kind of get them as they're going off with their combo, it's not going to do all that much because there's a good chance they just have Angel's Grace or Pact of Negation if they're going for the combo, so you should probably go for the Destruction as soon as you have the window, and Echoing Truth as soon as you're going to put the opponent into range where it would kill them. Mana Leak we want to keep. Snapcaster Mage is just more counter spells. Card selection. Spell Snare is not great, so I could very much see cutting that. And let's drop Forked Bolt and a Lightning Bolt. Maybe a Traverse. Don't really want to spend the early turns doing that. Burn's not the worst. Let's board like that. I would love to be on the play. We have a threat, and then pretty much nothing from there, so let's mulligan. Threat on turn 2, I'll take it. It ain't great, but it's something. Let's put this plan in while we're waiting for the opponent to decide whether or not to mulligan. We've got Ancient Grudge, we've got Revelry, Deprive, Click. They made a decision. They mulled to 6. Cool. Blood Moon on top. We have Blood Moon mana. Look at that. That makes me want to draw Blood Moon. Speaking of Blood Moon, that's the other 2 cards that I need to type in to this spreadsheet. We don't get to draw Blood Moon yet, so we're just going to throw that Steam Vents down tapped. The life that we save by not shocking is pretty much irrelevant because Ad Nauseam generally deals a boatload of damage. Okay, Lotus Bloom makes Blood Moon a lot worse, but you know, we're not out of it yet. Let's draw Blood Moon, grab a basic forest, and cast Tarmogoyf. We can still resolve Blood Moon, and then maybe Revelry the Lotus Bloom. They probably won't give us a window, but they might. Pentad Prism means we can't even use Blood Moon to cut them off of... Oh, actually, we can blow this up. Do we blow this up first? I don't know what the play is here. Okay, we resolve Blood Moon, and they can use this to get their Phyrexian Unlife down, but we can theoretically blow that up then, so this is okay. Let's get a basic island. I don't think this Blood Moon's going to win us the game, but it's the best play we have, so I'm going to cast it anyways. I actually believe we're going to lose, but, you know, that happens, so what are you going to do? It's okay to think you're going to lose. We thought the same thing last game. Although, last game it happened. But we're going to hope that it doesn't happen this time. Okay, they did not cast Unlife. That's interesting. If we blow this up now, they might not be able to go card that keeps them in the game, which means Angel's Grace or Unlife. That requires white mana, but Ad Nauseam requires black, and Lotus Bloom can make one or the other, but not both. We can't cast Traverse this turn because we need the green for Revelry. We're going to put this mountain into play, blow this up immediately. Gonna grow Goyf, gonna make them do whatever they want to do now, which is very important because if we go for this on their turn, we're gonna be in a bad spot. They might have a Fatal Push, but, you know, if they have Fatal Push, they have Fatal Push. What are you gonna do? That just means we're more likely they Ad Naused here. I don't know why, but I am extremely excited. Maybe they're just doing a small Ad Naus? I don't think I've ever seen a small Ad Naus. This is cool. Angel's Grace. Sleight of Hand. Are they going to stop? They have 10 cards in hand. They're still... Oh, they're going to go until they're almost dead. They're going to get as much card selection as they can out of this. They're still at 6. So outside of... I believe they board in Dragon Lord Dramoka. Outside of that, I don't think there's a card in their deck that kills them, but they probably want to live this hit. Of course, they don't know we have Lightning Bolt in hand. And I think that's actually game. Pact of Negation. Yep, I should have seen that coming. Then again, they're probably dead now. Oh, Lotus Bloom is going to come down first. That's cool. I didn't expect that. Pact of Negation's gone. I forgot that they could stack the triggers such that they get to cast Lotus Bloom before Pact of Negation goes off. However, that means they need to make blue mana, so they're going to pay for the Pact, and then actually their mana pool is going to empty before they have a chance to cast that Sleight of Hand. Cool. That is cool. So Blood Moon did win the game there by forcing them to go off with the Ad Naus there, instead of being able to just Ad Naus at their leisure. Because they were not very close to being dead before they took a boatload of damage off of their Ad Nauseam. And it's 2 black. I thought it was 3 black for a second there. That's interesting. We're going to keep this. I'm not going to sit here and type up the cards that I took out while making you guys watch that, because that just seems inconsiderate. I'll do that later. Actually, I could theoretically pull up the sideboard and just snip it. That's what a smart person would do. Look at me go. Boom, throw that off to the side. Suddenly, I know what I need to punch into that spreadsheet after this match. We're going to keep this. It's not great. We've got some disruption here. We can counter the unlife if they have it. We'll hopefully find a threat, but in this deck, that's probably not where you want to be. We're going to top that land because we have a Nux. Scryland for the opponent. Ancient Grudge and Mana Leak are probably enough disruption that I'm willing to keep this 6. We do have threats. We probably aren't that excited to put them down because this one takes forever, and this one is both a slow clock and probably better served as another piece of interaction, but I digress. Two mana, another Prism. That's okay. We probably... I don't know if I want to blow that up. I don't think I do. I believe I want to keep up Mana Leak. Let's grab Stomping Ground. Play this. We can't get Mandrills down yet. At this point, we're going to take it slow, because if the opponent gives us a spot where we can Mana Leak, we're going to want to take it. But at the same time, on the end step, I'd be pretty happy to blow up that Pentad Prism right here. Ancient Grudge, not as good as Destructive Revelry, only hits artifacts, which means you're either going for the Pentad Prisms of the world, or you're trying to make them pull the trigger on Lotus Bloom. Let's do this. They did not go use it plus Simian Spirit Guide for an Ad Nauseam the likes of their previous turn. Now, we can get down Mandrills, and we can do so without even delving that Ancient Grudge. Or we hold up Mana Leak and Snapcaster Mage. The opponent missed a land drop, which means they probably have a bunch of action, which means once they hit their land drop, I'm going to be really sad. We're going to go Serum Visions and hold up Mana Leak. Let's grab Breeding Pool because, well, I know I'm not really playing around my Blood Moon here, but at the same time, I want my colors because we have Nux over here. Kind of want to draw Delver of Secrets. What are we doing next turn? Let's assume we cast Mana Leak. If we don't cast Mana Leak, we're either flashing back Ancient Grudge or flashing in Snapcaster Mage. If next turn we go, theoretically, we can go Delver plus Mandrills and hold up Mana Leak if we didn't cast it yet, so that seems good. Looks like it's a bad day for our Ad Nauseam opponent. Then again, game 1 was fantastic for them. Let's target Ancient Grudge. Does this actually target? Yeah, it does. That makes sense, because Scavenging Ooze can stop it. I don't know why I'm even surprised by that. Let's get in for 2, put down the threats, and I'm pretty sure we can hold up all of our disruption. At this point, our mana is good enough that we'll start caring about our life total and stop making Blood Moon look like a bad card. We get to keep Ancient Grudge and Mana Leak available. And then next turn, we get to go Nux. This is 100% lit. What do we got, Delver? What do we got? Basic Forest. I'll put it down. Heck, that means we can cast Nux without haste and still hold up Mana Leak. I'm game. I don't want to tap out for Nux until it's actually the kill shot. Actually, we could have had Ancient Grudge plus Mana Leak up. That's kind of not very necessary, though. Lotus Bloom's going to take a while. Pentad Prism doesn't do much until they untap and actually benefit from storing the mana. Unlife? Please be Unlife. Oh, jeez. I gotta say, our opponent was very unlucky this game, missing their third land drop for that long, plus the perfect storm of us having the stuff that we needed. But man, if this doesn't feel good to get back at the Ad Nauseam deck. This isn't a good matchup for us. This card and Angel's Grace are massive pains in... I don't know if that word is not considered PG. It's a pain in the butt. Yeah, they scooped. We could theoretically scour. We had... Move this. This doesn't move. Okay. We got 3 power here, 5, 9, 13 on the table before we even buffed the Knuckleblade. That was fantastic. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope to see you in the next one.